Alright, now it's recording. I'm just having technical difficulties with this camera. As soon as I hit the record button, it doesn't record. That's the one thing I hate about this camera. Is one thing that's starting to make me angry now is you hit the record button, it doesn't record, and then you have to tap it again. You have to hit the record button twice in order for it to record. Hopefully I didn't have any pixelization at the beginning of my video, because that's another problem I'm starting to have with this camera, and it concerns me. I don't think I'm having any pixelation now, but you know, it's just interesting how this camera glitches like that and it pixelates at the beginning of videos. But we're just doing a car wash video and it's just a normal video. And we'll even drive around for a little bit too, so. This car wash is more exciting than any other car wash we've done.
It's a new one, we'll find out if it is.
I mean, it should be more exciting because, you know, this drive around part is more interesting than anything.
We're going on a drive, so hopefully it's working.
I mean, I've kind of been active for the last couple of days where I did an elevator video and a restaurant video, but this is kind of a new style video that I'm back to doing, which, like I said, it's just my normal videos. I mean, I'm just enjoying, you know, we gotta sit at this red light for a little bit, but which isn't that long though.
Yeah.
So, if anybody gets bored, they can just, I guess, double speed it or something. You know, fast forward through this part if anybody's bored. Because I'm kind of just leaving this part in because it's not that boring anyway.
Part of a drive. When you drive through town, you're gonna deal with red lights. Sometimes you're lucky and you don't get stuck on them, but sometimes.
Thankfully, YouTube lets you have copyrighted music now. That's one thing I'm glad about with YouTube here. You can have, you know, whatever music you want in your videos, as long as it's allowed. I mean, some songs will still get you blocked, but, you know, some songs don't. You know, most songs don't, though. I mean, when I'm walking around malls and stuff, I don't even bother talking over music because it's there. I mean, YouTube shouldn't even be detecting it. Oh, this is where I had that bad driver clip, I believe. And of course, I'm gonna have to flip the video, of course, because the camera's probably upside down, so I'm gonna have to flip it. But I always do that in all my videos anyway. No date and timestamp is on the screen, so therefore I don't have to flip the video, or therefore nobody's even gonna know I'm flipping the video unless I mention that, which,
Just it.
well, that's that.
Now we gotta know. Right now you guys are flying.
Maybe one of these days, as a joke, I'll put up an upside down video. One day. Yeah, one of these days for an April Fool's video, I'll make like a short clip where it's upside down and be like, we're going across this bridge upside down, and that'll be its video one day. And also, not only I can flip the video where it's not upside down, but I can also flip it to where it's upside down too. So that's another thing I can do too. I can flip it to be not upside down, and I can also flip it to be upside down. Even when I'm holding the camera where it's up to where it's not upside down, I can flip it to where it's upside down. I can do that too with my editing. So I can do it either way. If I can flip it to where it's not upside down, then I definitely can flip it to be upside down. I'm not sure, I don't think that would be a good video, but you can do that. You went fast?
No, I switched over into this one. Not even this one. Just didn't want to drive in the middle of this.
Wednesday's a big, massive road trip is coming.
With the original DJs on Sirius XM Exotic. Number 7.
I mean, you thought 8 hours, 7 hours was long for Silver Springs. Just wait until you see the Gainesville trip where it might be slightly longer. So.
Yeah, I would say because Gainesville is slightly further away than Silver Springs, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'll have a few more extra hours to it, and it'll be the same kind of length of video. And like I said, my longest video, I mean, I did do the 12-hour video where I was walking on the boardwalk for like 12-hour video. I did do that, which is my longest video legit on YouTube that isn't looped. Which I find it interesting how I got 12 hours of the boardwalk. Like, I don't even know anybody who wants to sit through 12 hours of just the boardwalk. And there's Macy's. I think over this hill we got Cape Canaveral Hospital parking garage.
Joel on the BJ Big 40. You may be right. Olsen's peak position at number 7 again this week. As we head towards the top 5 countdown. At number 6, we've got a band who is definitely most associated with this in the 70s. And in fact, our next song will be at number 5. Tying with the band's biggest single, 1972, Sylvia's Mother. This week's number 6 comes from Dr. Hook's last album released in the 70s. Here's Dr. Hook's Sexy Eyes, number 6 on the BJ Big 40 Countdown.
How old is this song?
1980. This song is 45 years old.
So that's when Sexy Eyes came out, I believe, right?
Yep, 1980.
1980. This is actually a classic song.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah. And you should see Cape Canaveral Household Parking Garage in the frame too now. As soon as it, oh yeah, there it is. I can see half of the building.
As we get through the trees.
And tell me in the comments, have you listened to these songs growing up?
I was still a baby.
I wonder if Diesel Ducey knew about this when he was around. Bet you he did. Okay, now we're losing signal. I think we're losing signal now, but we're at the car now, I think.
The 80s on 8, Big 40 Countdown on Sirius XM.
Alright, we're here at the car wash. We're here. I can see where we're losing the signal now. But that's what we expect with these car washes.
Comfort me through all this madness. Woman, don't you know with you I'm gonna get.
Give me your sweetness. Now there's you.
We're just gonna go through the car wash, and it should be, I think, maybe $1 or something. It's interesting how you have to go inside before.
This is nifty. I like it.
I never seen that you have to go inside the wash to get to it. So I've never seen this before. You have to go into the wash. It's just paved, I guess.
Come show me kindness. In your arms I know I'll find it. Woman, don't you know with you I'm born again.
It's interesting how you get through the wash and then it's that menu right there where you get the.
This is the first time we've ever gone to one where we get to be inside to put in our money.
Never seen that before. Wow, never seen that before.
Come bring me your sweetness. Comfort me through all this madness. Woman, don't you know with you I'm gonna get.
Thank you. Please go forward slowly into the wash. Now there's you, there is no way.
Now we get to go through the wash. Wow, the radio's still on.
We might lose it once we go in, guys.
Yeah, we might. we go. Yep, we lost it. We're starting to lose it now. But then it comes back, interesting enough, so. Now we're out of signal. Alright, now we stop. I think this might be Mark or something, I don't know. What kind of car wash is this even?
I don't know. Doesn't that feel like we're moving?
Yeah.
But we're not. The
To
car
me, it would
wash
be a
is
sappy mess if it weren't for Billy Preston and Sarita.
I wanted the car wash clean. I don't want chemicals on the car. This is vandalism.
Number 4 at 5 this
Yeah,
week.
ridiculous.
The VJ Big 40. Definitely funky in the waters of Minneapolis, having produced musical greats like Prince, of course, and the Snacks Band.
We need soap, not
Scored a #1
chemicals.
song in 28 countries with this next tune from their 1979 album Mouth to Mouth. With lead vocalist Cynthia Johnson, the
Okay,
song
that's
was
so.
a #2 hit on the R&B charts, #1 on the dance, and it spent 4 weeks at the top. It's headed that way for 4 from it's Funky Town.
I can see the brush going around. How are we supposed to see anything if the window's covered up?
We're not supposed to see right now. We don't know what's going on.
I don't know whose car wash this really is or what kind it is.
Yeah, I don't know, do we? We'll have to check the video or look at the sign when we leave.
Yeah, maybe it'll show what kind it is.
Yeah, it will say. We'll at least do what the name of it.
I think this is Mark. It's gotta be Mark.
Why would you say that?
Because other people have said that about car washes. And water just dripped in. Look what I got on my leg. This is from the car wash.
Yeah, because the seal around the door is getting time to be replaced, you know.
Can't believe I just got
Drop the water in the car wash.
nice. And I did it again.
Yep, it's gonna drip on you now.
Trying to figure out where it's coming from.
Hopefully it's coming from the door. And
I mean, it's not really scary or anything, but I'm just wondering where this is coming from.
from the window, from the door. Don't touch it.
I'm stupid. I'm a dumbass.
The weather's dripping on the door. And
Oh, yeah.
weather's
Oh, yeah,
dripping on the
okay.
door when you shut the door. That's the it's getting on.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
Yeah, it's not the window itself. It's the rubber seal around the door.
This is still hilarious, though.
Yeah.
The fact that I got some water on me. I mean, it's not anything bad. I just gotta dry it off. But yeah, it's not a big deal. I can dry it off with my pants. This car wash should be, oh, it's still, oh yeah. We gotta get the dryers, I think. They're gonna start up now, right? I think the dryer's gonna come in and it's gonna suck, right? Literally.
No, it's dryer's blow.
Oh.
Vacuum sucks. Dryer's blow. It's also a derogatory term.
Yep. Moves around us. That's
He
cool.
said he was having to drive through it like we did at Water World.
So this is awesome. You know, I'm just gonna get a positive review of this car wash. It's good. I mean, this is actually a good wash. This isn't bad at all.
Fairly neat.
I do think it was funny that Steven went and did a video staging reactions to a car wash that wasn't even scary, and he put up an April Fool's video. And and it was just the most appropriate thing to put on April Fool's, is pretending to be scared with a car wash. I thought it was just so funny. I still don't get why I got water soaked on my legs after. Well, I told you.
Rubber seal for the door.
It's just hilarious that you would think that the car wash, you would,
Stay on the outside, yeah.
yeah, you would think.
Doesn't always happen
On YouTube, closed captioning is inaccurate, so never even trust the closed captioning on anything. YouTube closed captioning is inaccurate on whatever I say. Sometimes it just mishears what I'm saying, so.
It just says car wash.
Doesn't it? It just says car wash.
Does it?
No. So who knows who it could be?
It's just a car wash.
Just a car wash. You know, is it Mark or is it just a car wash? I still like this town though. This is still cool. And there's that, I guess, apartment building.
Condos is how I like it nowadays.
It's interesting how we got someone that swings around.
You know, that's my clipboard. Smooth, so it's gonna slide.
Yeah, we put a clipboard there and it's just gonna slide around.
Yeah, it is.
I do think it's funny that closed captioning always mishears what you're saying. Like sometimes it'll think you're saying this and you're not. I know people get the closed captioning, you know, misinterpreting, you know, mishearing things as swear words when there isn't. And sometimes the closed captioning just mishears everything. Like it'll say something that doesn't make sense half the time. Isn't that funny when you turn on subtitles, it says things that don't make sense?
Yeah, that's why I don't turn on subtitles.
It's just cringy. The subtitles on YouTube is still cringe to this day. I still cringe at the subtitles. It says stuff that doesn't make sense and it mishears what it's saying. Or sometimes my videos, the closed captioning gets translated to another language. That's even funny sometimes. Like some of my videos, the closed captioning shows up with Spanish. instead of English. And why does the subtitles do that?
Doesn't
Doesn't make sense, does it? And when you translate what it's saying in Spanish to English, it's nonsense.
I'm Mark Goodness with my OG VJ.
Isn't that the funniest part?
As it happens, this next
Like, I'm talking in English, but somehow the subtitles are going to say it in Spanish or something, and you translate it to English, and sometimes it does it to French. Sometimes it translates it to...
That's cool.
Isn't that just funny when the closed captioning says the nonsense like in French? And then when you translate to English, it's just nonsense. That's the funniest part about subtitles that makes me laugh so hard. It says a bunch of nonsense words.
Yeah, the fact that it's all nonsense.
The fact that it's all nonsense. It's nothing that makes sense with the video. So I wonder, is the subtitles for this video even going to be on? And if it is it going to be French, Spanish, or English, or is it going to be Russian?
Yeah, what are you going to have to deal with?
Because sometimes the closed captioning goes into just Russian, and that's the funniest part. And then you can translate it all to English, and it's nonsense. And some of the stuff is vulgar, and some of the stuff is clean, and it doesn't make any sense what words it is. Some of it's nonsense, and some of the nonsense is vulgar, and some of it's not. But that's just that with closed captioning. Isn't that the most interesting part about closed captioning? Is it's just saying stuff that doesn't make sense, and sometimes it'll say something vulgar, too. Not gonna get fully into that, but it's just funny that closed captioning does that, isn't it? It's just hilarious. I highly encourage just to turn on subtitles just to see what it's gonna say. It'll be funny. Oh, that's the hotel, I think, right? Or no?
It's not a hotel.
Oh, it's an apartment.
No, it's a restaurant.
Oh, restaurant. What am I thinking?
No, it's your thing. Are you sure you were thinking?
Am I high?
No.
No, I don't know what's causing me not to think. We're gonna have to try staying at a hotel one of these days. Because hotels are kind of fun to do, right? They're fun to have. I mean, we ride the elevator and then we just kind of do like a little room tour depending on the case. And I know to be more prepared for a room tour. Like I asked, is the bathroom being used? If it is,
Be patient and let people use the restroom, because sometimes when you're going somewhere, people are holding it for a minute.
because I'm always the smart one who thinks.
Using the bathroom is probably the first thing somebody's going to do.
Yeah, and you definitely don't want to show that on YouTube because that would get you in trouble for pornography or something like that. It'd get you in trouble. It's disgusting, and you don't want to show that on the internet. Some people are disgusting like that, but I'm not going to get into that. People are disgusting on the internet when it comes to videos. I don't approve of it. I don't do it on my channel, but you know, other people do that stuff, and it's fine with me. You know, I'm not doing it, so that's that. I mean, this is just a fun little drive around. We got the Cocoa Beach Pier. Oh, that's where we walked there one time.
No, we walked to the pier from the jetty.
From Chris,
I'm gonna have to stay at some hotels, you know, to see what. Because we tried the Hampton Inn, didn't we?
I think that's one.
Yeah, that's definitely the one we stayed at, the Hampton Inn, which that's the hotel that TJ Elevator fan goes to, the Hampton Inn. He likes the Hampton Inns. I know that for a fact. That's also the same hotel TJ Elevator fan did film there. It's cool enough that TJ, you know, as a kid and his parents, they went to that hotel. You know, that TJ went to that hotel, and you know, TJ Elevator fan's a cool kid. I mean, his mom and dad are cool people. I mean, TJ's dad isn't around, but TJ's mom is still there. And you know, they're supportive of TJ filming, you know, riding elevators. And sometimes TJ's filming, and sometimes it's his mom, I think, filming. And there were times where his dad was filming too, and it was cool stuff. I mean, kind of wish I could get into like filming elevators, you know, at hotels and, you know, such. I mean, just hotel tours, I mean, are a cool thing. I mean, TJ Elevator Fan does it, Diesel Lucy does it. I mean, hotel tours are actually fairly cool to do. I mean, if you have a nice hotel, you can tour it. I mean, if I ever stay at another hotel, I will do a hotel, I think, tour where I show the room, and not just the room, but show around the hotels and show what the different rooms are. Like, just walk around the hotel and maybe even ride the man-powered elevator too, just like we did at the Hampton Inn. Like, we could ride the man-powered elevator and then walk out and like walk to a restaurant or something. It'd be nice also one of these days I'm gonna get a laptop to where I can upload videos on trips, which would be kind of cool. If we're on a trip, I can upload anything on the trips. You know, I can start uploading YouTube videos on trips, which I'm gonna start doing. You know, especially since uploading on trips seems to be a cool thing to do, and it's always entertaining. I come out with a video, it's a banger. I mean, it comes out good. There's a stop all way, yeah.
Everybody's stopping, every direction. You stop and you make sure it's clear. And there you go. You always got to make sure it's clear. You can't just assume that somebody else is going to stop.
I wonder if Jim Lee Elevators is gonna, you know, see this or not, because Jim Lee Elevators is a cool guy. I mean, if you've watched elevator videos, you should know who Jim Lee Elevators is. I mean, he was a cool guy, and like I said, Jim Lee Elevators, I like how, another thing that's good about video editing software is you get the ability to censor things, which is a good thing that you need to have, you know, for some situations. You know, and it's always good, you know, even if you don't want to edit the soundtrack for all your videos, you do want to edit it for some things, depending on what the situations are and what you're saying, too, because, you know, that's why Diesel Lucy, you know, used the Dover Buzz, and I think Jim Lee Elevators used the Diesel Lucy sound. It's interesting how, you know, how he's got the sound that says Diesel Lucy, and, you know, he censors "Oh my God" with "Oh my Diesel Lucy," which I find funny. I just find that funny, which it kind of makes sense that he censored that, because technically it is taking the Lord's name in vain. So it is understandable that he used that censoring. But not all uses necessarily can be considered, you know, taking the Lord's name in vain. Not all uses necessarily, but it just depends on how you say things. But it's just...
it's all taking the Lord's name in vain. It really is.
It really is. That's why Jim Lee did the "Oh my Diesel Lucy," which is funny, right? The way he censors out, you know... You know, he inserts that sound. He took the word Diesel Lucy and used that to censor out the Lord's name in vain, because it is taking the Lord's name in vain. It definitely is. I just think it's kind of funny. isn't it? The censoring.
Yes, it is. It's very clever.
You know. That's one of the reasons why I like to say "oh my goodness" or "oh my gosh," you know, because it's a more appropriate thing. I mean, you know, it's a more appropriate thing to be saying. You know, it's a more wiser thing to say. I just try to be more cleaner on the channel, especially since I'm realizing things. You know, especially since I've realized things, I've tried to say cleaner things now. Especially since, you know, I've found those things out. And this song is cool though. I just like that Diesel Lucy sound, you know, like I think Diesel Lucy was doing, you know how Diesel Lucy does his own voice when he says Diesel Lucy, you know, Diesel Lucy did that, remember? And Jim Lee Elevators took that sound of Diesel Lucy saying Diesel Lucy in this funny voice where it's Diesel Lucy, and then he uses it to censor, you know, the Lord's name in vain and other curse words. I think it's funny that Jim Lee covers up bad words with that. Isn't that the fun? You know, everybody kind of knows that. It's funny. Just to censor out, you know, I think it's very clever, honestly. I think I got the really, I think, as my censoring noise, I think, and I got the Dover Buzz, which I could start going back to the Dover Buzz, even though as much as I kind of switched to a bleep sound, I could start using the Dover Buzz to cover up, you know, profanity, if anybody wants that, because it's kind of funny to Dover Buzz things out. I mean, I still see the funny in the Dover Buzz. I still see the funny in it. I do try to keep this channel mostly clean. Sometimes I do a little bit of PG stuff there and there, but I try to keep it mostly G-rated.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes with these videos and sometimes with this channel, you will hear some PG stuff. You know, mildly PG stuff, and sometimes if it's age restricted even, you might even hear more PG rated things. But it is obvious that, you know, as much as I usually tend not to curse in videos, sometimes I do, depending on the situations, I mean, and what I'm talking about and stuff. But it just depends on how I use it for whether or not it really gets on the YouTube videos. I hope you all enjoy, you know, listening to me talk about so many different things, because I hope you enjoy that, because honestly, people like to listen to me talk about different things on YouTube. I mean, I would think, because don't these videos get viewed a lot? Especially to hear me talk about different things. I would think that gets views. Because it seems that I get views on this before. I mean, I did a car wash video a while ago, and then I drive around some of the time. And this goes on my main channel too. It's a cool thing. The cool thing about these videos is it goes up on my main channel.
Are you going to break it up into 2 separate videos, or is it going to be all just one big video?
I think it'll be one big video, because I've done it that way before. I mean, I can also put a time marker, you know, for the car wash, and a time marker for, like, the driving around parts. I could start doing that too, you know, just write down time markers and stuff like that too, because I do like the longer videos. I mean, don't we all like to sit through longer videos when it just goes on about different things? I mean, as everybody knows, make sure you go to Elevators Rock On 2 for the road trip videos and all that, if you want to sit around and watch road trip stuff. But if you're on this main channel, you're just watching, you know, car wash and maybe some driving around with the car wash included. If you're on the main channel. This is cool though. This is, what is this?
Port Canaveral.
Oh yeah, we're in Port Canaveral. This is, oh, there's Exploration Tower, which is closed. I always got frustrated with that. Like every time I go there, it'd be like, oh man, they're closed. I'm trying to say clean as possible, but Exploration Tower is always frustrating. It always makes me angry, the fact that I went there and they were closed. Everybody who remembers that Rage compilation.
We used to go there all the time, and now.
Anybody who remembers the Rage compilation where I showed the clip that I ended up cutting from the regular video where I said an angry word about how they were closed. Because it's always frustrating to go there and then find out, oh man, they're closed. That's always the frustrating part. You know, you're trying to like show like, oh man, I went there and they're closed. Are there people still going to Exploration Tower?
No.
They're closed still. I mean, there's that top floor that I used to go out on, right? I used to film videos going out on that floor.
No, nothing.
Nothing's there. Like, you can look at the parking lot, though.
Waste of time and
Oh, man. This just sucks that you can't even go in there, dude. I really want to be able to ride the elevator, but there's nobody there. It's like you can't go in there, you can't do nothing. It just stinks, right? You can't do nothing. And 528 is a cool road to do. This is the cool part of the 524 or 55 4A.
That's an exit.
It's not an interstate, it's an exit. And there's where the bridge goes to where they got the parking garages and cool stuff like that.
Cape Canaveral Space Force Station.
I can already tell how long this is going to be. You spend like 20 minutes here, or 30 minutes even, so it doesn't really matter because YouTube, you can go with long videos on YouTube all day long. Intro and outros I like to do, but I think I've switched out of intro and outros. I mean, maybe I've kind of switched out of that. Because maybe I haven't really edited much of my videos, and I try to edit them in ways, but then I don't always edit. Especially when it's simpler videos, because it's more fun to just share unedited content. camera angle doesn't look as good, but then when you look on the view screen, it's fine. So it's showing everything. I'm definitely gonna start doing more road trip videos. That's one thing I'm gonna start doing, and there's gonna be big, massive videos. I mean, the St. Augustine trip is what we're doing my birthday, so that'll be kind of exciting, wouldn't it? And maybe sometimes when we go real fast, I'll start throwing out reactions too.
Yeah.
Like that'll be a good thing too, because for some videos I think I'm gonna do that. I mean, for some videos I will do that, but it's just obvious. I mean, sometimes occasionally things can get PG rated, but that's just that. I mean, it's all fun and it's, you know, hilarious, you know, when I react, especially in times like that, but it's funny and it's always entertaining to watch these videos back. Like these, especially the longer videos, they're always fun to watch back. I mean, they're always going to be fun to watch back, and I can't wait until the St. Augustine road trip happens, because, like I said, there will be some cool things that'll happen. Like, there'll be road trip footage, but there'll also be, I think, walking around and maybe some elevator rides, too.
Definitely the elevator and the parking garage.
And I'll make a separate video for that, but I'll also include it on the big, massive road trip thing, so it'll be amazing. Maybe I'll even react to some videos, too. I'll react to some cool videos. Like, if anybody wants that, I mean, I'll also start, you know, reacting to videos while I'm doing these, you know, road trip videos. Maybe that'll be something too. I mean, for these occasional road trip videos, I might even start reacting to certain filmers' videos and just watch them and see what, you know, they've done and see what kind of videos. And maybe I'll even rewatch some of my favorites too. So it's that too.
Here we go, Guns N' Roses. Let's go.
I might make a cut separately for the car wash, depending on how things are, and then put up the long version where it's the road trip and everything. I might do that though. That's a thing I might do, because you know how I like to edit videos and stuff. If I'm editing, that's kind of what I do. And here we go. That wasn't much though. Yeah, so that wasn't really much. But this is the bridge. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, if anybody can look at that, yeah, look at the traffic down there.
That's for the cruise ships, because today is Sunday, right?
Yeah.
All the cruise ships are leaving today. So half of these people are trying to enjoy the beach on this hot day, and the other half of those people are trying to get on their cruise ship.
Yeah, a lot of people are trying to get on cruise ships now. And there's exit 46.
I wonder what the exit number for 95 is.
Yeah, I question.
We'll find out, won't we?
Yeah, we find out. And I know there are some people out here who do watch these long videos all the way through, because they're always worthwhile. I gotta remember to upload this and not delete the video, because I've done that before. Woo! And yes, I do that a lot. I'm just lucky I didn't randomly say anything. Because I always have that problem where I'll just randomly say something, and not everything I randomly say is necessarily clean.
Bobby Brown, the next artist in the world, this is a rest record. Wow, that's can't miss a beat now on this one, including drug trafficking DUI and that. The LP, Don't Be Cruel. Wow, that's a big slap right there. This is Bobby Brown, every little step. I love Bobby Brown. Actually, my prerogative, one of my favorite songs from the back home here. So, hey, this week we got arrested. As my best friend, I'm coming up next. As you can see, we got arrested. We've all been arrested. We all should be arrested. We've all done something for the right? Here it is. Every little step, Bobby Brown, 1988. That was Rick Rickles here at XM. Radio Excellent.
Orlando Airport. What it just,
This road will take us to the airport. If we don't take an exit,
yeah.
we'll end up at the airport.
Which the airport has some cool elevators.
Yeah, but we don't have guys to take us to the airport.
And of course, the reason why I fell on the escalator is because I did something stupid. I attempted to run like up, down the escalator as it was going up, so that's why
Yeah, you won't do that.
I won't do that again. But that's pretty much the story for anybody who wants to hear about how I fell on the escalator. If anybody wants to hear that, I mean, that's pretty much what happened. That was the stupid thing that I did that caused me to fall. Because honestly, people do stupid stuff, and it's kind of obvious. I mean, I kind of wish it would have been on camera because it would have made a good, I guess, fail army. But that would have been that. I mean, fails are funny. I mean, even when I fall down and stuff like that, it can be entertaining to watch a video of that. But then again, it's also not funny at the same time. But it is kind of interesting to see when you're watching YouTube videos. Especially for educational purposes, it can be interesting to watch. And there's the train, which, you know, I'll have to ride that one day. This is beautiful though.
42A for 95 South.
There's the pond again, which you can probably see on the left of the screen. Woo! Everything's gonna slide to the other side. And then we make it through. And that wasn't much.
Engine thing, yep.
The stuff did roll over. But that wasn't much for a reaction.
You want to get off on 524 or 520?
Which one should we do? 524 or 520? Should we end it by 524?
Let's end it on 524.
Is that where we're gonna go by Walmart?
We could go by Walmart, or I could go a different way. Have you ever been down Friday Road?
Friday Road.
All been arrested. He's not my best friend. I'm working. Let's just say working.
Let's go.
9 days
Go
we
Friday Road.
Yeah, and we'll end it, and as soon as we get to a safe point, we'll just end the video. Because I want to make sure I don't dox myself on YouTube, because I made that mistake in the past, and yeah, you can still find it if you're looking for it, but I'm not going to say what it is, so there's that. But, you know, I want to make sure I don't dox myself.
So we'll listen to it together.
I don't want to have a recreation of the past, so I got to make sure I don't dox myself. Because, you know, I've been talking about how you know, also another thing, you don't flip the camera to not dox yourself, because then they can watch out the back and side windows and still read the street signs and everything. So that's another thing I've been talked about too. Turning the camera doesn't prevent doxing, it just simply makes the video crap, basically. And nobody wants to look at your face for like 10 minutes. Nobody wants that. So as soon as we get to a point, we'll just end it safely. Because I don't want to show how to get to my house, I just want to end it at a safe point. As soon as we get to a safe point, I'm just going to have to hit the stop record button, and that should end the video.
You want to do it at this light?
Yeah, I think we'll end at this light, because we've kind of gone on enough, right? We've gone on for like an hour or so, so we'll just end it at this light.
Look, it's another way to get to the rainbow.
Cool. Yeah, we're just gonna cut it off here. This is all right. Let's see. How do I cut it off?
You gotta.
I hit this button.